Whoa, how y'all doing out there? This is Super Salican, Nico B, Nicholas, whatever you want to call me. This is the Awakening Podcast section. This is the Sunday sermon portion of the Black Effect. The Sunday message, man, and I want to, because this whole page that I have, I don't want you to get it twisted. It's not dedicated, to no specific race or anything like that. This is for the people, the chosen people of the Most High, even the Gentiles. Whatever race, of course, the chosen people of the Most High are black people, American blacks and, Native Americans and Hispanics. These are the tribes that God chose, and, white people are grafted in as the Gentiles. So anyone who believes in God, this message is for you. Anyone who's trying to follow Christ will for their life, this message is for you. But I want to get it to you real, and I want to break down these specific verses in the Bible. And right now I want to break down Psalms 58, and this is verse 9 through 11. In Psalms 58, verse 9 through 11, and I'm going to read it and translate it how this translates for today. It says, before the pots can feel the heat of the thorns, whether they be green or dry, the wicked shall be swept away. The righteous, and this is in the NIV version. I like the version I'm reading where it says, but it says the righteous, this is verse 10, Psalm 58, verse 10. The righteous will be glad when they are avenged, when they dip their feet in the blood of the wicked. The people will surely say, surely the righteous still are rewarded. Surely there is a God who judges the earth. Do you see that? You read verse number 10? Let me repeat verse 10 for you. The righteous meaning the people who you see as good, the true good people of the earth, God's people, the ones who's trying to do his will for their life. It said they will be, when they be glad when they avenged, when all of this stuff that they getting, the wicked people piling on this stuff on them. It said they're gonna be glad when they're avenged, and they will dip their feet in the blood of the wicked. What that's telling you is there's never gonna be peace upon the earth. I want you to understand that, and people have to understand that this is not a peaceful environment that we were born into. War, this world has been shaped in war and chaos. You know what I'm saying? Even this country you living in, you know what I'm saying, it was bathed in blood. And let's just be real. You're gonna always have a certain group of wicked people and a certain group of righteous people. You're gonna always have the wicked upon earth. It's gonna always be people robbing people. It's gonna always be people who get jealous and go murder somebody. It's gonna always be people who are greedy. And look at over in these third world countries, these people who are greedy and hold all the money and starve other people and kill other people and steal from, take other people's stuff and use their power to do it, because they don't have to have no code of ties to this group of people, or be on some kumbaya stuff. That's a fairy tale. I don't know what world you thought you were born into, but you were born into the, this world that the devil himself, Satan, has dominion over it, and it's a war in the spirit world of God's angels and the devil and the demons. The devil is still out here trying to take God's spot, man. He out here doing whatever he can, recruiting more spirits and people like that. He recruiting. You know what I'm saying? And within hopes that he can take down the Most High, which will never happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a futile notion for him, because it's already written what's going to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? But us as human beings, we are at war with the spirit and the flesh. So why would you think that it's gonna be peace on the earth? These is only these liberal goofballs who only through fear, you know what I'm saying, they want to go along with everything. If it was up to them, they'll allow everything upon the earth. All type of, and you see it happening, all type of wickedness, all things that cause chaos and confusion, they allow upon the earth. That's not righteous. That's wickedness. You understand? You have to have order. Those who set order and maintain order, those people have, those are the ones God considers righteous. Who, if you love the Lord, we have to keep his commands, not sit around and be lukewarm and lackadaisical. We have to be vigilant to not allow wickedness to overtake the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have the Christian church, and I'm using, by and large, not everyone who's in the Christian church are. You still have some pastors. Pastor Gino is one of them, who go to war, for the Lord. Not literally, but, who speak the Lord truth uncompromisingly on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Who's actually God's ambassador on the earth. Christian church, for the most part, have failed in doing that. That's why you've had wickedness grow from that spot. The Lord don't live in those buildings. You know what I'm saying? He's in the midst of the righteous, not in those buildings that you have that got a bunch of wicked people doing more wickedness than the people on the earth. And that's sad, man, and that's sick. You know what I'm saying? But look at the verses I just read. I'll read them one more time. This is Psalms 58, and you got to understand how that the Lord isn't changed. Yes, the New Testament, and Jesus Christ has been started a sacrifice himself, gave the only holy sacrifice that could be given through God's incarnation. The only holy life that could be lived. I mean, let's be honest. No one in this earth besides that has lived a holy life. We sin on a daily. We be sinning, getting angry, and having jealous thoughts and all these thoughts. You know what I'm saying, down a daily basis. You know what I mean? But yeah, God gave the only holy sacrifice, but he still wants you to uphold his laws, the moral codes, and the things that you can translate for the times. You have to look at the Bible as a linear thing, and look at it and read it in its proper context. Now, these things have been going on. I'm going to read this in this verse in Psalms 58, 9 through 11. This is verse 9. Before your pots can feel the heat of the thorns, whether they be green or dry, the wicked shall be swept away. This is going to happen until the Lord returns. The wicked their life is going to be snuffed out quick. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be done. Like, you know what I mean? When God appoints the time, if they don't decide to get their life right and stop following their sinful nature, God gonna appoint the time and the date, and it's over. All right, and it said the righteous will be glad when they are avenged, when they dip their feet in the blood of the wicked. Like when righteous people, like I'm saying, I use example when you have a righteous person had a family member killed, or or a person who tried to kill them, or did all type, or just a righteous person who's endured wicked, because there's wicked people on the earth. I'm not trying to sit here and sugarcoat it with you. There are people who don't want nothing to do with God upon the earth. There's people like I've just named, warlord, all type of wickedness that's upon the earth. When these people are snuffed out, when they in the bed racked with cancers and all type of tumors throughout their body, when God just sent freak accidents to just wipe them out, genocide type stuff that God only do, when he does that to the wicked, it's saying that it's cool for you as a righteous person to rejoice in that. And you should thank God for that. Not saying that you had to take a hand, lift a finger, but you thanking the Most High God that he's still active on the earth to protect the righteous and judge between the wicked and the righteous. For a righteous man, and in verse 11, that's what it says. The people will say, surely the righteous are still rewarded. Surely there is a God that judges this earth, and that's why I say when I move about the earth, man, I'm trying to do God's will for my life, and I'll take that up with him. Me and him are the one who counsels, you know what I'm saying? But now when I endure those who trying to hinder my walk in this earth, or just people who doing straight foolishness, wickedness upon this earth, man, I give you 10 seconds before I get you up out my face, you know what I'm saying, before you be regulated. Because the thing is God will be on my side in regulating you, because you are being wicked. That's why I have no fear upon this earth. I don't fear no man that is upon this earth. You know what I'm saying? We can get it however you want to get it, man. You know what I mean? And don't be looking to, oh, you thought you was a guy. And listen, man, the Lord don't breed no punks. You better understand that even Jesus Christ, man, when he came in and saw those, it says, you know, you can have righteous anger. And when Jesus Christ came and saw them people, you know, doing what they was doing in this church, man, you know, gambling and selling and turning this church into a den of thieves, man, he turned all them tables over. And you know he was charging cats up, man. You know he was telling cats what they could do. And when Christ was doing it, he don't have to touch you. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to put his hands on you. So you can imagine how intensely he was scolding and running them dudes up out that church. It was an intense scene, man. One that I wish I could, you know, relive and see. And real talk, man, that's how I get down. You know, I'm not moving upon this earth I'm stomping the head of the snake when I see it. I'm not moving upon this earth tolerating wickedness, wicked men and women, you know what I'm saying, and all of that foolishness, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta be going out and physically harming them. You heard what I just said. You can, if you have the spirit of God up and you can righteously scold and bomb on them. I'm talking about with your words, you know what I'm saying, and with your, you know what I'm saying, just and with your actions and your demeanor, you know, and it'll run them off. Because at the end of the day, the Spirit of God will destroy them if that was just the case. You know what I'm saying? It will be no contest. You know, they will be running out of they doing the right thing, the smart thing by getting out of Dodge. All right, because you know what the G.O.D. do. Like, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to read all these things, you know, and go back into Sodom and Gomorrah, where God sent fire and brimstone and burned a whole city. That's like God looking at a city, like, pick one, you know, looking at a city like Houston or something, and just sending the fire, a meteor, and just destroying the whole thing. You know what I mean? Or you know, let's just go on and on. You know how he gets down. God killed the firstborn of Egypt, every one of them. These were kids. God, when it's time to lay the murder game, that's what he does. So I'm telling you, it'll never be peace upon this earth until God returns until his son, Jesus Christ, returns. It'll never be peace on this earth. You're going to always have. So just get that out of your mind. You need to get on one accord with God, and that's the mission you should be on, instead of trying to get on this kumbaya. Oh, I'm gonna get everybody together. I'm gonna mix the races, and we gonna all have a good old time. It's just not gonna ever happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be wars and talks of wars and rumors of wars, and niggas is being jealous, women causing this stuff with they sexual flaunting and trying to put men against each other. It's never gonna be like that. But you seen the best thing you could do is try to be righteous and stick with the Most High, and you see what, you know what I'm saying, where you'll get your vindication from. All right. This is the Sunday sermon edition of the Black Effect, man. You know, also this is going on the Awakening, you know, a podcast that I'm starting a new page, you know, called The Awakening. Y'all follow that, man. If y'all, you know, like what I did, you know, y'all like to just hear, you know, these powerful messages, man. Y'all know what I do. All right, it's your man, Nico B, Super Solican. I'm out of here.